Sex workers who fell in love with their clients. According to Reddit, number 10. Not my story, but people that I love and care about. My amazing daughter-in-law's mother was a phone sex worker for many years after the death of her husband. Does that count? She had a heart condition and could not work regular jobs. Her husband, my daughter-in-law's father, ran guns and drugs in the early 90s and shot himself in the head while high on heroin in front of my daughter-in-law when she was only 2 years old. Well, you lived that life, you died that life. They lived in an extreme poverty after that. My daughter-in-law is a gifted artist and would draw pictures of popular anime characters for classmates for money, just to buy something to eat. I asked her why her mom didn't apply for free lunch or food stamps, and she said that she wasn't sure, but she was always hungry and that their living situation was less than ideal. Her mother, that we're going to call Annie, became close to a client over the phone. It went far beyond typical phone sex, and they developed a really intimate relationship. Eventually, he wanted to meet up. It did not go well. Annie had lied about her appearance. She claimed she was a former actress and beauty queen down on her luck. This was far from the truth. She was also dishonest about her health condition, and the dude, let's call him Bill, became very angry with her over the deception. Y'all bitches just can't stop catfishing. He ignored her calls after the meeting. They didn't speak for several months, but he missed her companionship and truly discovered that he loved her. He came around. Bill developed a fatherly relationship with my daughter-in-law in her teens. He paid most and often all of their rent. He lived in another city and would come visit every couple of weeks. Bill and Annie never had a physical relationship, but they had a deep relationship and intimate understanding of each other. Oh, what the fuck? Where do I get this? How do I get into somebody's brain just by cyber fucking them? We can do that. What? Annie died 2 years ago. Uh-oh. Before she passed, my son and daughter-in-law moved in with us to find better jobs and cheaper housing in a different state. They had 2 beautiful children, found a place of their own. They are thriving, well-adjusted, and happy. Bill flies out every couple of months to visit. He loves my grandkids as much as I do. He spoils them rotten and truly enjoys being a grandpa. I'm immensely grateful for him. My daughter-in-law has no parents or siblings, but she has us and Bill. An interesting story. It's impressive the kinds of connections that you can make in this world. Doesn't even seek intimacy with your ugly ass, but is willing to pay your room and board. What beautiful and wonderful scenarios these may be. To those in the chat who are letting me know that it's the wrong chat, bitch, Kyle banishes the chat. Oh, Avada Kedavra. You fucking killed it, man. The blood is all over the floor. Oh my God, you killed him. Oh, Harry Potter. Now, normally we'd want to, you said Avada Kedavra. Okay, here it is. You guys want to chat? There it is. Okay. Love ya. Hope you guys are having a great day. Beautiful Bradley. I was trying to think of a word with A for Ariana. Alluring? That's not, L. Why does it have to be A-L? It can be something else. And Anxiety inducing, Ariana. How about that? Because I just can't think of one, you know? These should have been rolling off my tongue, you know? Supposed to be the improv guy. Can't even think of anything. Beautiful Belle. See how easy that is? But, you know, luxurious Linda. Only because I didn't want to go for the obvious lovely Linda, because you put love in your freaking name. Why you take that away from me? You know? That kind of stuff makes me feel like I'm not going to wake up, have phone sex with somebody, and then make them fall in love with me. Who's going to fall in love with me? I did not expect this, because it's a phone sex thing. That is so different. Number 9, boy. I had this client who was hot. He's the hottest man I've ever been with. I love it because you don't get it any realer than sex stories. This is all it takes for a woman, but most women won't be obvious with themselves or honest with themselves and admit that, yeah, it's about how hot these dudes are and how much they'll be able to get away with you. He had a medium length, long black hair. He had a jawline that could cut glass, veiny arms like fucking tree trunks, and he was comfortable enough in his masculinity to paint his nails black. Is that about masculinity? Comfort? You know, I'm comfortable enough in my masculinity to kiss another man and not be gay, bro. Yeah. I think that's what this is implying here is comfort in your masculinity means how gay you can be without batting an eyelash. I'm comfortable enough to squeeze another man's ass and lick it. You know what I mean? No homo, for real. Bow. I'm comfortable enough to have a man straddle me and bounce him up and down. No homo.
Wow, he is like so comfortable in his masculinity.
The moment that I met him, I had the eyes for him. The eyes. When we got to doing what he paid for, I was wondering which one of us the client really was. That's adorable. His foreplay was heaven. I was soaking wet before we'd even started, and I came from that once. I actually came a few times during the actual fucking. You know, isn't this what typical sex is supposed to be? That's strange. I guess as a sex worker, you're not used to coming. How about that? By the time we were done, my sheets looked like they'd been rained on. And we changed them, and I told him to stay. Please, don't leave me. He made me breakfast in the morning and paid, despite me insisting that he got the night free of charge. Free of charge. Oh, you're so hot. He was a regular after that, and I started developing feelings for him. He told me that he didn't have time to get a girlfriend because he balanced his time looking after his disabled mother and spending time with his friends. Yeah. Couldn't fit dating in there. You know, I'm such a humanitarian. You know, I got things going on and I volunteer work. You know, I'm trying to save the world. I can't be burdened with some girl, you know? So this no strings attached thing works for me. I will contribute what is necessary. If there's any other obligations you'd like me to fulfill, please let me know. Is your refrigerator's ice maker on the fritz? I'd like to resolve that for you if possible. If he got horny, he would hire an escort, but he'd never been a regular with one like he was with me. Eventually, we agreed to go on a date, and then we went on more. Then I stopped my sex work. Then I met his mother. Then we moved in together. Then we talked about marriage and had kids. We had 5 years together, 2011 to 2016, before he was diagnosed with cancer. I watched him waste away for 2 years after that until he died. His mother died weeks afterwards. Hey, look, guys, if you look closely, you can see the fun that we were having spiraling down the drain. Bro, I miss him more than he could have ever known. We were going to spend the rest of our lives together, and I loved him so much. Everything got ripped away from us. What? It's been 2 years since he died, and I've tried to date, but it feels wrong. I don't think I'm ever gonna love anybody again. I don't even want to have sex with anyone because even though I was an escort once, it became a really sacred thing, I guess, thing that I had between him. I spend every day wanting him back, but I know I'm never going to see him again. I'm sure you'll find somebody just as hot with another jawline that can cut something, make you wet, and you'll be okay. Sucks to lose a loved one. It's not fair. It's not right. It's pretty fucked up, man. Damn, baby. What if Harpoon was harvesting his soul? What if she sucked the life force right out of him? How could this happen? How could this happen? Enderpoo, why do you think it's fake? I mean, you can't even spell a name that's right in your face. Some people would regard you as a fake ass nigga. And I guess you're new here, so allow me to say the same thing that I've been saying for years. We don't expect every story we read here to be real. But, you know, fact is oftentimes not as strange as fiction. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So the bottom line is, something like this has happened, something like this is happening, and something like this will happen. You know, people get cancer and then die all the fucking time. This story isn't interesting enough in the way of embellishment for me to just immediately dictate it as like fake. You know? Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, that guy agrees. That guy agrees. I don't know where the OBS window is, shit. Because it vanished after I think I had to change the chat because it had like an old chat open, and then it disappeared, you know? To be honest, if I didn't have YouTube Studio letting me know that I guess the stream is still live, I could have been talking to myself this whole time, because usually I have OBS open to at least show me the color indication of the health of the stream, but it kind of just disappeared. These things happen, not my fault. But yeah, no, I mean, people getting cancer and dying, man, does that seem like fiction to you? What do you live in, like some kind of 12-year-old's life where you don't know anybody or have seen anybody that have succumbed to an illness and died? I mean, especially this year when over 200,000 people are now not existing because of a thing that was going around that nobody took seriously, including the president. Pretty funny stuff, man. Pretty funny stuff. Cops come out of nowhere and put their knee on a dude's neck for a couple of minutes. A hot couple of minutes, bro. And then he dies and they're like, well, he deserved it. He was on drugs or something. You know what I mean? But literally, all you have to do to mitigate the risk involved in you contracting an illness and dying is put on this mask. But not y'all, man. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. I'm going down to the local store and I'm gonna yell at all of the part-time workers who are just trying to make a fucking living. They're out there risking their lives, but let me tell you, I'm gonna cough right in their faces. Fuck them. Nobody tells me what to do. I live in America. And the president's like, you know what? I stand by these assholes. What the fuck? Fuck you, you stupid bitch. You shouldn't be wearing masks. That's your president. Number 8, right? Related. But one of my friends with unlimited business expenses was hosting a New York City client from London. That night ended up at a strip club across the street, and $1,000 in lap dance tickets, $20 each, in the middle of the table. I tried one, wasn't my thing, So I pocketed 3 of the tickets as souvenirs. Souvenirs? Every time. I hate coming back to the word souvenir. Oof. Ooh, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Don't do this. Every day, every time you come across this word, you do this. Souvenir. It's right. It's right. Don't do it. A year later, my nephew was visiting me as he turned 21. So I gave him the 3 tickets and sent him to the strip club. He did not return, but called at 8 a.m. saying, I'm making breakfast over at Dawn's place. And then they went out for a few months. I want y'all to know, bro, a lot of y'all don't have it good enough to where you can catch the attention of a sex worker. That's how you know that you're a wild card. Do you know what I'm talking about? No disrespect. No implication that you're a normie if you can't catch the attention of a fucking hooker or a stripper or whatever, you know what I mean? But when this bitch is into this shit, like, and it's not to imply either that girls who don't do this kind of work don't separate their work. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm really gonna need to, I'm clicking it, but it's not coming up. Maybe if I right click, show the window. Bitch, it's not gonna help you now. What do you mean you're trying to launch OBS again? Calm down, calm down. Calm down now. Hello everybody. Sorry, you guys were up, but I guess for some reason it wasn't. Shit, that means that it may not have been, boy, I hope this stream, yeah, there wasn't a lot of comments, so you guys are all right. The cock that was inside Abby. What the fuck? Pretty titty anime. Wow, this first story I heard was depressing. Well, if you guys were here from that cancer story, yeah, it's a bit much. Tiffany says, well, it's difficult to have sex without forming an emotional connection. Not for everybody. Get fucking out of here. This is what I'm saying. Most people who are capable of this kind of work definitely separate it from, you know, it's work. Do you get what I'm saying? They're throwing their body out there, and for them, it's very easy for them to turn it into work. And I hate to bring you guys down, but imagine that at a young age, you are forced into sexual relations against your will. It's not consensual. Are you gonna leave those switches on and leave yourself susceptible to certain like manipulation and vulnerability and emotional connection to this act? Or are you going to shut off some switches to make it so that it is not this thing that it would be for other people? Because it's just going to hurt you harder and harder and more over time. You need to separate yourself from it. And some women are in the headspace for it. Some men are definitely in the headspace for it. There's a hell of a big difference between sex with a loved one and sex for work. And these people are out there. But my point is, you know, you out at a strip club, you see a woman who taking dicks like on the regular. Big dicks, small dicks, wide dicks. You know what I mean? People with flow, people without flow. People who can honestly, and I can tell you because I am that person. I'm not trying to, you know, jack myself off here. I'm not trying to break my arm. But I can tell you, if I'm one of these people, there are people out there that can literally approach these hoes and without penetrating them, bring them to climax. I want you to think about that. When some of these dudes walk by these chicks and get their attention so hard that they're breaking their neck looking in their direction, they have had men that have brought them to climax at the sound of their voice, at their touch, at their insistence. Come. And they get there. Boom. Simple. So I want you to think about what it takes. Yeah, some hoes are just like,
Oh my god, he's so cute. I just want to fucking be with him.
And that's cool. That's all it takes is like appearance. But for other people who maybe, you know, aren't the most visually stunning motherfuckers, what is it about them that gets these girls' attention in a capacity where it's like, yeah, I want to go home with you. Yeah, we should go out again. You know what I mean? What is it? Even I'm confused sometimes. Because some hoes, yeah, maybe they just playing the field. Maybe they're just seeing what's going on. How much money does this nigga have? Let's go home with this nigga and see what's really going on. Look at this place. Look at this car. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around. But some of these women are genuinely invested in these dudes, and you have to wonder what it is about them. That's my point. And I'm what I would call confident enough in my masculinity to kiss a dude and find out, bro. Not on the lips. I don't love him to bit. I want to kiss him on the lips. I just want to find out what's going on. Hey, what are you a witch? Are you a wizard, bro? Are you practicing at home? You cursing these hoes. You casting spells, man. That's messed up. You got to show me how to do it, you know? This Halloween. Sorry, I just woke up. It's weird. Oh my God, my body is like shifting. I am changing. I hope I've articulated my point well enough. I just, some of these dudes casting spells on these women. Figuratively, of course. But sometimes maybe, literally, bitch. I don't know what the fuck. Number 7. A friend of mine's sister and her friend were sex workers. They both fell in love with the same customer. Fell in love? What do you think that means? What do you think that means? You know what I mean? Fell in love, both of you?
There he is. Oh my God, I'm in love.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. It's Joe Biden from a parallel timeline where perhaps America isn't racist enough to elect him. Wow. Hello and thank you. Wow, it's really him. He comes in and he says, I know a lot of stuff. All right. Look, a friend of mine's sister and her friend were sex workers, and they both fell in love with the same customer. It's like a 14-year-old falls in love with somebody, right? The bloke was a bikie? What the fuck does that mean? Like he just rides motorcycles? Okay. I'm pretty sure that they loved the free drugs that he gave him and not him. This sounds a lot more, reasonable. They had a huge blowout over this guy and basically didn't take long before they stopped communicating. Y'all related and y'all sex workers and y'all fell out over a dude. But you know what the key here is, guys? It's the drugs. Drugs will do that. They both confessed their love for him, and he cut ties with both because he wanted to spend more time with his wife. What a man, what a mighty good man.
What a mighty good man.
Say it again, yo. I saw this picture today. I'll post it in the Discord. I'm a nice guy like that. I might as well ruin it for people who haven't seen it. Or I could post the picture and then go into the Discord and then show you guys. You let me know what you would like. Vote in now. Submit your votes. Submit your votes, ladies and gentlemen, for what you'd like me to do. It's fucked up that I say it's a funny picture, but as a black man, if I can't laugh, then I'll cry, surely. So let's roll over to the Discord, and I'm gonna show you this picture. Somebody posted a picture of a car, and then they were like, hey, could you make this car black? Or some shit like that. So yeah, somebody did that for them. I'm gonna show you them making a picture black, the car black. They're like, hey, can anyone Photoshop this Civic so that it's black? Bruh. Well, there you go. No. Why does it have to be like this? Eric J says, how's it going, Kyle? Well, I'm glad that you allowed me the opportunity to dispense melodrama. I'm trying my best, struggling, but surviving. I'm taking it one day at a time because that's all you can do. I'm trying my best. All right, as we continue, bro. You know how it is. Bro, you lost the window. That's what you get. You got like 1 billion windows open. What a shame. Number 6. Okay. Using my throwaway. I was a sugar baby the moment that I turned 18. You know, I hear my phone, but I don't see it. You know, it's not like his titties. Doesn't matter. Yeah, like you gonna look around and see it in this dark ass room. Using my throwaway, I was a sugar baby the moment that I turned 18. Damn, girl. You a damn lie. The moment you turned 18. You was a sugar baby before that, please. Started having sex with a 60-year-old doctor. As long as this bitch knew what she had, yo. A 60-year-old doctor. Whoa. I was poor, so he was constantly showering me with gifts, money, dinners, vacations, and clothes. Wow.
Oh my God, I'm like so jealous.
I guess he made me fall in love with him. Okay. All I would think about was, let's call him Lonnie. And what was amazing was Lonnie had planned for us, or what amazing thing Lonnie had planned for us that day. One day I get a call from Lonnie and he tells me that we can't see each other anymore because he caught feelings for me. Yeah, that's what you would tell a hoe that you need to break off. Break her off like a Kit Kat bar. I took this as my opportunity to tell him that how I felt, and I really thought that we could get married. Let me just see here. This guy's what? More than 3 times your age? Okay. I took this as an opportunity to tell him how I felt, and I thought we should get married. And he then told me, I can't be in love with a whore, so I have to let you go and move on to another girl that I don't have feelings for. I was broken and depressed for a long time. I ended up using some of the money that he gave me for therapy, and eventually I got over it. See, if this was a normal girl, the sentence would stop right here. I was broken and depressed for a long time, and I ended up using. Implying drugs. Oh, you poor girls with your nice, pretty butts and your titties getting caught up with dudes. You know, y'all gotta cut it and run. It's as simple as that, you know? Man, y'all in the chat making people itchy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it might not even be unbearable if you weren't bringing that like energy you bring your parents. Y'all really gotta chill out with that. I'm not your daddy. I know you want me to be, but you bring in the energy you bring to your real parents. It makes me feel just like your parents do, which is like just wishing you didn't exist. Jeez. And maybe it's not that I hate that you exist. Maybe it's that you don't need to do it around me. Some of y'all can't turn it down. I understand and appreciate that. But one day, man, one day you'll wish you did. For the remaining amount of time that you'll be sipping that air out of this life hole. Oh my God. Godslave in here talking about Marvel's Avengers. That game is so irrelevant at this point. It's hard to care about Marvel's Avengers, boy. I was waiting for a state of the game blog update today and they didn't do it, you know? And then to summarize what's going on with that game, it's desperate for content. And today they added a mode, but they removed a thing that people had to do. The update was terrible, Jesus. All I have to say is that imagine it's the mission that you've played before, but with a silly little modifier on it. And how silly is the modifier, my dude? It's like Mario Kart shit. Imagine if in Mario Kart, you're racing through a track and all you have to do is get to the end and then you win. And then they go, hey, we have a new level, but it's the same track, except there are like rings all over the place and you have to drive through the rings. That's the mode that they put into Marvel's Avengers. You take damage over time. There's a timer that if it runs out, the mission is over. And you have to jump through the rings to increase the amount of time that you have. It's like so brain dead. It's like so brain dead. That kind of dumbass mission should have been in the game from the beginning. The idea that people signed in to play that dog shit is funny as hell. People are like, oh my God, are you so excited about Marvel update? And I couldn't imagine it was really bad. I couldn't imagine it was that bad, but here we go. Number 5, okay? From the customer side, I was in a relationship with a sex worker, one of the best of my life. One of the best, my man. Oh boy, we met as you would imagine, but without going into too many details, she was different and I soon became obsessed. You know, how different? What was going on in the titty department? Double D's? Triple D's? I would see her every chance that I got and pay her, bro. I was living in another country. At the time, I had no real friends and she helped me get a lot of things. Or she helped me with a lot of things. Getting an apartment, things like this. I hoped that we were heading for more than a client-customer relationship, but I did not want to jinx it. One day, she did not take the money that I left out, and when I pointed that out, she got upset and basically told me I was an idiot for not noticing that we were now in a relationship. What do you mean we're now in a relationship? God, you gotta love crazy hoes. That should be red flag number 1. You know? Bitches who catch feelings who are too young and immature to really understand the way of the world and how anything works around them. They'll jump to conclusions and expect you to read minds and all kinds of stupid shit like this. But sometimes you have to wonder if their behavior is one of two things, which is kind of inherently the same thing. Is their behavior because they are not medicated and they need to be? Or is their behavior because of the drugs that they're doing? You know, is that what's going on? And I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, you don't need to say, we boyfriend, girlfriend now. But you're paying a woman to have sex with her? That's how you met? This is something that you've done not once, not twice, not 3 times a lady, but perhaps 10 more times than that. And then just one day you're supposed to know, we're in a relationship now. Bitch, you crazy. You are crazy. So, she was a sex worker for a few months and mainly had regular. That's what it says. After that, it was just me and her. I loved her, and I knew she felt the same about me. We were together for a little over a year, even when we broke up and stayed friends. It was over 10 years ago. That was over 10 years ago, you fuck. We stayed in touch after. We have been on holiday together once. She was visited me at home. She now has moved back home, is running a successful business, and is getting married soon to a guy who really looks after her. I still care about her, and I'm glad that she is happy. Now, a lot of women who do sex work are not capable of managing their money in a capacity where at some point they're going to end up running their own business, however small, you know? Businesses ain't as big a deal as people, you know, try to make them seem these days. You could be 3D printing shit out of your house and selling them to assholes and call it a business these days. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, you know, at least she didn't end up strung out on drugs. A lot of these hoes, they let the work get to them because they couldn't make the separation that they thought that they could, and they end up, you know, taking drugs or drinking a lot of alcohol to take the edge off. And alcohol and drugs are a gateway to you not being able to manage your money. So, yeah, you end up with always not a lot as opposed to investing or saving. It's a big problem. As rude as it is to say, a lot of the women these days are so poor when it comes to managing their money that the best that they can hope for is to snatch a man and then steal half of what he has in a divorce or whatever lucrative kind of separation. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. Mighty Quinn, as long as they have a guy who runs for president sending them hush money, they'll be fine. That's what I'm saying, you know? Do something with a dude that, you know, has him paying you money to shut the hell up or just chill out money, you know what I mean? Like you're a mistress to an important man and you need to calm down. Just shut up, live your life, and you'll get this money. Shadow says, hey, I actually caught a stream. Aime says, I have some writing to do and some Holliston to rewatch. Holliston. Man, somebody is really losing their mind with the role plays tonight. Jesus Christ says Jesus approves of this stream. That's so kind of you. Thank you for being there for us. What are you, like a genie? How does it work? Do I just wish for the money right now and you just drop it? Jesus, I wish for $1,000. Do it. Boom. Boom. Work your magical powers. I understand you are like Zeus and can send the money screaming down like a bolt of lightning. Let's make it happen. Spin the wheel, Jesus. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Send those nudes. Spin that wheel, Jesus. 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 You can't see, but I'm like raising the roof. Jesus. Number 4. I worked as a stripper and fell in love with a manager. I saw girls always fawning over him, leaving some tips on stage so that he would bring them back to the dressing room and they could flirt with him. I assumed it was a phase and tried to ignore my feelings. At the time, I was suffering from chronic pain and an eating disorder. He cared so much and went out of his way to help. We've been married for 15 years now and have 3 children. Y'all girls got a thing for your manager, my dude? What kind of dream situation was that where the strippers were wanting you? I just don't know, guys. Here's the thing about condoms. They may protect you from shooting a baby into a hoe, but they ain't gonna stop an STI, bitch. You gonna need a full body latex condom suit. You know what I'm talking about? Hello, Just Julie. Hello, Just Julie. Ooh, boy, you gonna need a full body latex condom suit. Look, I have never had a sexually transmitted disease or infection in my life, but it is truly one of the most scary, cringy ideas in my life. I've never been shit on by a bird either, but let me tell you, it's the same energy. I cringe the same way just thinking about a bird pooping on me as I do the idea of laying with a woman who is not clean. And how can they be clean when they have multiple partners? They can try their best, but they don't know what's happening. You don't actively know every single day what's happening from partner to partner. After one partner, you can go get tested. After another partner, you can go get tested. But you can't know after you banging 6, 7 dudes what's going on down there. My God. True Silver says, I remember I was almost pooped on by a bird during my birthday. Imagine having some kind of outdoor birthday party and just having a cake outside exposed and some birds like target acquired.
Caw. Right on that ass, bitch.
Just Julie says, isn't it supposed to mean good luck to get pooped on by a bird? You know, there are a lot of things that... Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, here we go, man. What is that? You know, does he mean son like Japanese? You know, random nigga-san? Oh, boy. Well, as we continue up this list, here we are, number 3. Of course, Jesus. Of course. Not all of them, obviously. But it's like, Jesus Christ. Here's what I'm going to say about people who have a fetish for what's coming out of people's backsides. Do you understand? I want you to know that for many people, it's what you can't do that is the most thrilling. Some of these people wouldn't want to be banging these little underage bastards. If it were legal for them to do so, it would lose all of its appeal. It would lose its charm. It would lose the thrill. You know, there would be nothing in it for them. If it was legal for them to be with these underage bastards, there would be nothing in it for them. Excuse me. Some of these people like going out into public. Some of these people like doing things with people against their will. And it's not just because, you know, they're sick in a way where that's how they can get their jollies. It's because they are told they can't do it. It's because it's against the rules. It's against the law, you know? What do you think makes titties so juicy and delicious, my dude? It's the fact that they're always being hidden. Buddy, we might not be as horny if pretty much every girl that we came across just had them things out. You get what I'm saying? We'd get our looks and that'd be that. There'd be probably a couple of months, maybe even years as a period of us getting used to it and being like, God damn, oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna need some bigger pants. But after a while, man, it'll wear off. I say that to say this. I don't think there's anything that people see less of than the contents of a toilet. People are not, you know, showing that off. You know, but it doesn't stop there for some of these people. Sometimes they want it on them. Sometimes they want to taste it. I don't want to live in a world like that. I don't want to try to make sense of a person with a fetish like that. Oh my God, this guy's just wheeling out all of them. I haven't seen somebody like this since Mario Mystery Box. Number 3. I did a short stint as a stripper. One night I had an odd guy come tip me while I was on stage and kept trying to get my number. After I got the guy to leave me alone, another man got out of his booth and threw $20 at me, praising me for how I dealt with the weirdo. I finished my set on stage, sat down with that guy to thank him and to chat. He had his boss in the booth with him, and it turns out his boss loves anime as much as I do, so we hit it off. Okay, that was their common ground. And if not for his love of anime, you heard it here first. Some dude was at a strip club and started talking about anime to one of the strippers, and because they both enjoyed and loved it, they hit it off. Now, ladies, if you trying to give me all of your money that you make and work in the club, and you want to talk about anime, you already know. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. I'll tell you about my favorite potato chips. You know, who is my favorite Naruto character? That is right. That is right for you and for me. Kermit Diffrog says, I haven't watched much anime lately. Any suggestions, bro? Good suggestions? You know, I've been rewatching Samurai Champloo and it hits so much harder. Oh my God, let me just delete this. Don't listen to what this idiot said. No, hiding him was the wrong. You see what I mean? You see, you people make me do this. I didn't mean to hide you. Can I even unhide him? Shit. Fuck. Damn. I clicked that thing twice and it's like, Jesus says, your thoughts on the PS5 interface. I'm going to be real with you. As much as I'm interested in getting a PS5, and I'm going to try to assault Burger King, who has like a promotion to win a PS5 to try to get one, I am not following it because I don't really care, you know? It's weird to say as a guy who wants a PS5, would love to have one at launch, but to say that I want it, I don't know. You guys want a suggestion for an anime? Go watch Food Wars. Just go watch it. It's silly. It's a silly anime. But I like to think that the voiceover artists are having fun with that anime, and that's what matters. You know, it's not amazing. It's just amusing. Seriously though, I'm getting through Champloo, and it just seems to be getting better and better with age. That anime is maturing. You know, it's like wine. With age, it gets better. Why does Type Alpha say Food Wars is trash? It's enjoyable enough. It's a background anime. You damn right. You damn right. You playing some video games, put that shit on in the background. My God. Listen, my dudes, this is really hard to believe, but it's the truth. Some guy in a strip club was into anime, and he hit it off with the girl because she was into anime too. I was a part-time stripper, so my schedule was inconsistent, but boss man always tried to come by and buy me drinks and just chat. He never wanted a lap dance or to go to the back room, always just wanted to have conversations with me. Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Psychologically, you can get into a person's brain by just being available for them in a capacity where you're talking to them often. Just make it a regular thing, and it's almost as though you're becoming part of their routine. A part of their day that they can count on. A consistent part. We talked about any and everything. We were the same kind of weird. We exchanged numbers shortly before I abruptly left the industry and disappeared for months to try to repair the crappy, abusive relationship that I was in, but we never texted each other. When I was in a dark place surrounded by unsupportive people, I texted him out of the blue if he wanted to hang out. He was so excited, and he just can't hide it. He's about to coom in his pants, and I think I like it. According to some of the dancers that worked at the club, in the months after I left, he would come and wait like the dog in that episode of Futurama. Waiting for Fry. Where is she? I've been watching a new anime. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. No sexy, no butt stuff. I just want to be your friend. But she gone. But she was gone. He'd come, he'd check every weekend, see if I was there. When he didn't see me, he would leave. In any case, one date led to another, and now we're engaged. We're still working out the perfect alibi for our families on how we met, but most of our close friends know the whole story. That's how you know you're in an interesting relationship, when you gotta come up with a fake story to tell the pussy-ass family members that are living really straight, rigid fucking lives. Just corny, old school, absurd lives, dude. Yes, well, I went down to the boxed social, and she was there in her finest dress, and I asked her, would you like a milkshake, darling? And then we did the hustle. It was a fine evening indeed. I kissed her upon the cheek. Just kidding, I kissed her hand, and I was gone. Didn't call her until 4 days later, because that is the way that you do things. You would not want her to believe that you were overly interested, too eager, you see. Those types of shenanigans were frowned upon. When in reality, these days you out at a goddamn protest because the cops trying to kill all of you. You know what I mean? You see some girl with some big ass titties and you think to yourself, goddamn, man, we could die any minute now. We could die any day now. We could get arrested and that's the rest of our life. Hey, girl, let me get this number. You know, you wait until you get home? You waiting 3 days? Or are you going to take a hot dick pic in the car and send it to this bitch so she know what time it is?
God damn, that thing thick. Come back here.
It's a love story for the ages. And your mom's like, where'd you meet this girl? In the back of a cop. Like at a roller rink. Yep. We were at like a indoor skate house. Yeah. It's a bowling alley in there too. Real good stuff. They made us a shake and it was so thick we turned it upside down and it didn't even come out of the cup. Wow. We've never seen anything like it. I'm sorry. You know, there's nothing inherently lame about that kind of shit. It's just like, come on. Number 2, God, this was years ago when I was 21 years old, but it brings back a lot of emotions even now. One of my regulars has or was, a disabled gentleman in his 50s. Oh man, I know how to make these entries sad. He had broken his spine in an industrial accident and was paralyzed from the chest down. He'd gotten a large settlement, and invested in property, including his beautiful, accessible cabin on the lake. He'd pay for me to spend time and weekends with him at the lake. He'd pay for trips to the coast and the casino, where he would give me money to play slots or see a show while he played cards. Somebody giving you money and taking you out to a casino and telling you to just go do it? Whoa. Shut up, True Silver Wolf. What you talking about bringing Charles Xavier into this? Charles was fighting for equality, but he was doing it the right way, unlike Eric Lensha, the villain they know as Magneto. There's a war coming, Charles. Why you do this? Why you derail me with X-Men? He was kind. Okay. Get out of my head, Charles. Oh, fuck. Give me my helmet. Get out of my head, Charles. Fuck. Okay. He was kind and funny and had a comforting nature. I had bad experiences with men, but his disability made him vulnerable and open in a way that made me, or put me, at ease. Fucking juggernaut, bitch. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm really sorry. He was kind of funny. Blah, blah, blah. Bad experiences with men, he set me at ease. I even learned some of his care routines so that I could be with him for longer periods. He died when he developed a clot in his leg that broke free and got into his lungs. I didn't find out until 2 weeks afterward. His passing really shook me. I thought I had distance. I didn't realize how much I cared for him until he was gone. There will be no more trips to the lake, you floozy. Sorry. You know, what can we do but be jealous of some of these girls living these lives where, you know, they are hot pieces of meat that can be paid for readily to give people the companionship that they lack. And more importantly, the no strings attached, hopefully professional experiences that they crave and desire. Because, you know, for some of us, maybe we pull something up on our phone, maybe we sit at the computer and I don't know, look at some titties, look at some dicks, and, you know, we move on after we get there. But for some people with enough disposable income, maybe they want to have a real scenario. Maybe their tastes are a little extreme and they need somebody that they don't have to look in the eye or even think about after this. Oh yeah, degrading stuff. You are existing to be used. This is your purpose. Shut your mouth. Do as you're told. Enjoy being filled, you worthless. As we continue this list, we're at number 1, the end. Thank you for being here. You did it. Wow, I appreciate your support. Liking, showing up, filling my heart with love. You know, I usually have a soundboard clip for this. I'm going to start playing. Now that's what I'm talking about. OBS window says Isaiah Daniels. I appreciate the subscription, Isaiah. I don't know why I'm saying Isaiah. I want to say Isaiah, but I'm not used to an extra. Get over it. Number 1, a friend of mine did. She'd been sex trafficked, held against her will to work off her visa, and had her passport confiscated. He was a client of hers, and when they got close enough, she told him her story, and they worked with law enforcement to get her out. They've been married for over a decade now. Her hero. How cute. He saved her from that life. A lot of girls ain't so lucky. A lot of girls that are in... it's not funny, it's just sad. A lot of girls who are in scenarios where they are being used as sex slaves are not going to meet Johns that are interested in saving them. You know, Making them their personal slave, maybe. But saving them? It's pretty messed up, but that's the truth. Ross says, is this the plot of the new Rambo film? How did you know? I mean, is it just that obvious? I'm sorry. People who do get paid enough for this shit, what's your story? This could be a good list for me to read. Could it? You've heard of not getting paid enough for this. What's a story of somebody who does get paid enough for this? Man, people really know how to answer questions in like the most boring way possible. I'm going to go to number 1. My dad is a clam farmer. He basically spends his days diving for fish and maybe every 2 weeks has to actually work, but only for a couple of hours. He lives on a tropical island. On a tropical island, and tax duty free, drinks a lot of rum. I just shrugged in case you were curious. Yeah. What a list. You know, I bet the people who were upvoting that question thinking they were going to get interesting answers were punched right in the mouth by the lackluster and boring first look at the PlayStation 5 user experience. Oh my God, behold. Beholding the shriek out exterior of the router looking. Bridge, open up the damn UI and let's see how cluttered and absurd it is. I bet you it's going to be like when you get a new phone and the new phone's like, have you heard of parallax? When you tilt the device, it's all over the place. Sometimes there's an earthquake going on in the background. And this is all shit that you could have done like with phones 10 years ago. But unless you jailbreak your phones, you don't know how badass the phones can be, you know? Running all kinds of videos in the background for a wallpaper and all kind of shit like that. Your phone can do that right now, but it's not going to do that right now because they're going to reserve the right to put it on the next model phone to try to get you to buy that. But here's the real comedy about it. Most people got, I think it's a bit busy, you know. Let me try to shrink this and get a better look at everything. What is this, like a dynamic wallpaper, I'm guessing, with Sackboy in the background. You know, you have one when it starts up or basically when it's transitioning. It just looks like a game is going on in the background. So wait, is this the real game going on in the background? And you can kind of pull up things in front of it? Congratulations. I don't know, man. I guess I just didn't, I'm not expecting to have my mind blown by a user interface because that's all it is at the end of the day. So as long as they don't fuck it up, it doesn't really matter. And that's pretty much the real thing that you need to do. Whether you're making a movie, whether you're, you know, singing a song, when you're designing things, don't make it noticeably bad. It can be bad, but don't make it so bad that it's jarring and people notice how bad it is and you'll be fine. But people can't do that these days. Just like Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers could have plopped out some of the most mediocre, minimum viable product bullshit in the world. And it's crazy because fucking Destiny did this. In 2014, Destiny did this. Or was it 16? I don't fucking know. Actually, it probably was 2014. Destiny probably did this shit 6 years ago. They showed you how to release, you know, something enough for people to be playing. You know, it's a hamster wheel. And the core gameplay as far as the gun mechanics were fun enough to keep people's attention. And from there, when people start whining, give them exactly what they're asking for. Drop some crap in there that is exactly what they're looking for, and it'll keep them running on that wheel. This is something that they just keep cocking up. Bruh. This dude went through a rift on a social hub. No. The game is so bugged right now. Oof. Y'all are playing them in like, it's not just buggy issues. It's the lack of content. I can't say it enough. This is a Marvel game with 2 villains in it. Y'all got 6 heroes and you couldn't just put a villain in there for each of them? I'm sure Miss Marvel's new lame ass doesn't have a fucking villain, but you know who got a bunch of villains? Everybody else. You could have put 2 villains in there from Iron Man's gallery, from Captain America's gallery. When you got an Avengers game where there's no locations, nobody goes to Asgard, ain't no Atlantis, ain't no Wakanda, nothing like that, because you're trying to wait to put content in later. There's 1 enemy type, everybody's just fighting robots, and there's 2 villains. Dope. Oh, True Silver says, I wonder if they'll delay Avengers for PS5. All I know is somehow that game hasn't pulled support. If I was Marvel, I'd be like, bitch, that is my IP. I'm not gonna have you out here making this dog shit game look like a piece of shit. This is my favorite post from today on the Marvel Avengers subreddit. It says, guys, what should we fight today? Taskmaster, 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 or Taskmaster? And for people who don't know what you're seeing a man hover over 4 different missions that all have the same boss or villain to fight. Why? Because the game's trying to flex different things for you to do, but the reality is it's all the same thing because there's only 2 villains in the game. Here's the weird thing about Marvel's Avengers. It is clearly set up to facilitate multiple different things going on, but much like a sandwich that you're being sold, in the interest of saving money, in the interest of selling you extra shit later, they're taking things off of that sandwich and making it so that, oh, you know, we can just give it to you later as DLC. That'll keep you coming back for more. It's funny. Sometimes you buy a sandwich because you want to eat a sandwich, not because you want to eat a lot over a large amount of time. And that's what this is. It's like, hey, I want a cheeseburger. We'll give you a burger, but it's not going to have meat on it or cheese. So here's the bread. Start eating the bread. Later, we're going to give you the cheese. Later, we're going to give you the meat, but it's going to be cut up so that you'll be eating for a longer amount of time. Bitch, why? I'm not going to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? If I want another burger later, I'll get another burger later, but this is like the dumbest concept. And that's what's going on in this bitch-ass game. There's so little. There's not enough. I really want to document the fire of it too because it's really good stuff, but I can't bring myself to care. Wait, tomorrow there's going to be a state of the game post where some asshole said something like, dude's name is Phil. He said, we're going to be eager to establish a relationship of trust between the player base to show them that, you know, we're listening and stuff like that. Y'all listening. I keep parroting the same points on their Discord too. I'm a nightmare. Diana says, I still remember your reaction to the first glimpse of the game and how disappointed you were then. I had right to be. Don't they look like dollar store versions from a Spanish country? Is that rude to say? You know? That's just the way that it goes. If you went to a dollar store here, you might find some interesting knockoffs. But if you went to a Spanish country and went to a dollar store, boy, you would find something crazy. That's what I'm saying. Ender Poo Time says, you hate this game so much, but you keep talking about it. Why? Because it's entertaining to ascertain the reasoning behind why it's so bad. I guess you're like new to the human race, so I'm gonna hide you and educate you at the same time because you're just stupid. You know what I mean? Do you think everybody loves Kim Kardashian? Do you think that's why she stayed relevant for a long time? Or do you think a lot of people couldn't stand her and through talking about her just made her impact and footprint that much bigger? You think everybody loved Justin Bieber? You think that's why he was culturally as relevant as he was? You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, some things are honestly fun to dislike, you know? And not even like in an ironic way either, you know? I got Bazinga as the top thing on my soundboard.
Bazinga!
Bruh, think about it. Think about it. Maybe one day we'll look back at Marvel's Avengers and it will reserve a fond place in our hearts. Tragedy plus time equals comedy. You want to know one of the dankest fucking memes that's going to grace this planet right now? Is goddamn Star Wars and them prequel fucking memes. Because that was what we considered at the time the definitive nail in the coffin of any and everything Star Wars. So poorly received, so absolutely abysmally lazy, my dude. And God bless George Lucas, he got off his ass and made some fucking shit happen back in the day. And maybe those movies weren't the most incredible thing in the world, but through editing, they really did come to life. That's an epic now. That's an epic now. And the prequels we thought were the worst thing in the world until Disney got their claws in this goddamn franchise. So now, shit, the prequels are almost quaint when you think about it. So bad they're good. I'm gonna look up my favorite fucking lines from that movie. So love has blinded you? Hold on, let me find this shit. Okay. Anakin, you're so beautiful. Padme,
It's only because I'm so in love.
no, it's because I'm so in love with you.
Then love has blinded you?
Well, that's not exactly what I meant.
But it's probably true.
Bruh. John Williams, bro. For real. It's just like the biggest piece of shit. Oh, man. All I know, bro, is when I can jump on, okay? When I can jump on to Square Enix's videos and give them shit about how bad fucking Marvel's Avengers is. You know what I'm talking about? And then they bust into the comment section talk about, listen, we saw this asshole's videos and we wish he'd shut the fuck up. Come on, where is it? Is this that game with under 2,000 players? Bro, it hadn't even gone under 1,000 players like it has now. And Square Enix was like, you listen to me. You've been heard. And we appreciate your feedback. And your videos as impassioned as they are. Hey. What am I supposed to do? It's now the highest grossing franchise in movie history. This badass came along and dropped a bunch of movies over the course of some decades and was like, hey, guess what? Bye. Guess what now? These movies, most important movies in the history of everything. And you want to know what the funniest part about the Marvel movies is, ladies and gentlemen? It's how infuriated it made normal filmmakers who were just trying to make a typical movie. How funny is that? Imagine you like have genuine respect and appreciation for this craft and somebody was like, I'm gonna make a movie out of comic books. That's what everybody's watching. Dude, it's fucked up, but at the same time it's kind of funny because some people had themselves a moment. Okay. You see how like Black Lives Matter made some people really crazy and just ruin their career? Oh my God. I remember the dude who was the voice of the main squid on Squidbillies had some choice words to say to Dolly Parton because how dare she, say anything. How you go sacrifice your whole career? How you go commit career suicide because you don't agree with this, you don't agree with that? Oh, I don't want to wear a mask. I gotta tell people about it online. Says these morons. It's like, hey, I mean, if you can't shut your mouth because this is the hill that you need to die on, by all means, man. It's just like, I think a lot of you guys are with me on that. Imagine if you had a bunch of money and you have it in like a pot, and you know that the money is not going to seep out as long as you yourself don't break this pot. But you, for some reason, just feel like you should have a bat in your hand. And it's like, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? Jesus said, did you enjoy Brightburn, Kyle? I think you know the answer to that question. And it's that I didn't watch it. Should I have watched it? You tell me. You tell me if I should have watched it. You know that I like to sit down and enjoy Edgar Wright movies. I'm a simple man. You know? I enjoy a bit of variation in my tea. You know what I learned the other day, and it shocked me, and it's going to be difficult for me to translate this to you guys because it may just seem like a irrelevant anecdote. But I was sitting with Dia, and I was watching this music video that Beck made called Colors. Okay? I've heard the song Colors a bunch of times. I used to put it on playlists when I would go driving and shit like that, like long distances. But I'd never seen the music video. So I sit down and I watch the Beck music video, and as I'm watching it, I'm just thinking to myself, motherfucker, I really like this video. Bruh. It's a badass song, and it's a weird video. And there's one sequence in it that I think is my favorite because the camera work is undeniably whimsical. Now, I get this video struck in a hot minute if I went too hard with this. But my point is this. As I'm watching the video, I'm thinking to myself, my God, I really like Beck. I think he's a super cool dude. And I started thinking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, because Beck does the music for that. And I love how Beck, in my opinion, flawlessly captured the sound of like a shitty, you and your friends almost garage band for the sound of Sex Bomb, the group that, Scott Pilgrim is in with his friends. It's like shitty sounding, but also great. You know what I mean? Something about this video, I love it. I love it. So I'm thinking about Edgar Wright, and I'm just monologuing to Dia about how I like this video, and I like the feel. Bro, I scrolled down to the comments, and some asshole said something like, "Oh, bro, Edgar Wright's dope. God bless Edgar Wright." And I'm like, what the fuck? I look it up, dude. Edgar Wright directed this video. Edgar Wright, who directed Scott Pilgrim, directed this video. So I don't know if these niggas are buddies or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? But that's too cool. And I love that the second that I was watching this video, I couldn't stop thinking about this asshole. And when I went down into the comment section, I see the dude's name and I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? And I looked it up and he directed it. So I guess they friends, you know what I mean? Y'all working on films together, y'all shooting videos for each other and shit. What the fuck? Very cool. But I don't know. As a director, Edgar Wright really is one of my favorites, and it's because the way that he conveys certain it's just different. It's just different. He's not unique in the regard of being like somebody who does things unconventionally, be it transitions, be it just like framing a scene. I feel like the comic book movie was a perfect fucking choice for this guy, because he really could shoot it in a way that was kind of cartoony. Some of my favorite shots in that whole fucking movie with Ramona, dude. Oh my god. There's a shot where he's like jumping out of a window when Knives come and is like, is Scott there? And he like, it's just terrible. It's great stuff that works on a really great level, because I remember when Hot Fuzz came out, I didn't want to watch it for a long time. And then when I ended up watching it, it wasn't just delightfully well written as far as like comedy, and well acted as far as fucking like timing by Simon Pegg, but it was really well shot. It was really well shot. I like Scott Pilgrim, dude, but I'm pretty sure that Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead are kind of like tied for some of just, you know, me loving what's going on here. And I don't think I could love it as much if all of cinema were as equally interesting, which it isn't. You know what I mean? I think I was telling Dia when we watched Spider-Man Homecoming that I loved the movie because it wasn't trying to be every other Spider-Man movie. You know? It was different. There's a scene where the boy is running down the street and he shoots his webs out, my dude, as if to kind of like, you know, pull himself forward off of something. But hey, you ain't in the fucking city, my nigga. Ain't no buildings out here. So this dude's like, oh shit, there's nothing for me to pull myself off of. And he just runs down the street. It's funny because we've seen the opposite up until this point, and now we're looking at the other end of that spectrum. What if this dude was somewhere where he couldn't do that? It works. I love it, my dude. Spider-Man was like a celebration of everything that movie, the other Spider-Man movies have been doing for years. And they were like, let's not have Spider-Man at a funeral crying over some fucking asshole this time. How about that? Can we do that? Can we do a Spider-Man movie where that's going on? Get a Spider-Man movie where it looks like Spider-Man's helping somebody, but in reality, you know, you're making it worse. Stan Lee's yelling at you from a window because you son of a bitch. You know, it's not what it looks like out there, you fucker. Some guy's like, hey, you're Spider-Man, do a flip. Yeah. Flip, Spider-Man. They get it, dude. They get it in a way that unfortunately every other movie is going to replicate in the most cringy fucking way possible. I'm so glad that if they're going to continue making these stupid ass DC movies, that at the very least, they snatched James Gunn for that one Suicide Squad movie so that at least y'all can have something good for a change. And they're gonna let him do whatever the hell he wants because they only got him because Marvel was stupid enough to turn his ass loose when everybody got a little bit too snowflake over some stuff. Stupid. Y'all people are ridiculous. He said what in the past when he was doing and saying anything for attention? Like, y'all don't do that shit on the internet right now? Y'all don't do and say anything on the internet because you're desperate for clout? Y'all don't accuse people of touching you and abuse and all kind of bullshit that's not true, and you know it's not true, and you don't have any evidence just for clout, but y'all going after this man, what, because he's more important than you?
We gonna cancel the hell out this bitch.
Ugh. Ugh. Jesus says, do you think Spider-Verse would have worked in live action? Jesus, you ain't gonna have to ask that question because they're trying to do it right now. And they can't shut the fuck up about it. It would be a nice surprise if we went to go see the new Spider-Man movie and then Tobey Maguire's in there, Andrew Garfield's in there, all kinds of crazy stuff is happening from all the different Spider-Man movies. But nope, they are going to ruin that for you by not shutting the fuck up about all the casting and all the people and what's going on behind the scenes of that movie. So I guess we're getting a live action Spider-Verse movie because they saw, that it worked wonderful. It worked wonderfully. But there was a lot of heart in Into the Spider-Verse and a lot of soul that was Into the Spider-Verse because there was a really diverse amount of people working in it, but not diverse in a way where they're pushing the narrative of them being diverse into your face. You know what I mean? Into the Spider-Verse is what I would consider a fucking miracle because it had a lot of soul in the way of niggas working on that fucking movie that was trying to make a dope ass Spider-Man movie. And they weren't trying to choke you with the fact that there's women in this. You know what I mean? There's black people in this movie. You know what I mean? I would say the only thing about that movie that may have gone a little bit too far is the soundtrack. That's pretty much it. But it ain't the end of the world. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a celebration of a fucking property. I'm talking damn near 80 years of a property. It was a celebration. It was respectful. And it was fun, my dude. It knew when to pull back. It knew when to go crazy. It exercised restraint. I really loved that when they introduced the new Spideys, they knew past a certain amount of time that we would get bored with this. And I think that the time that they would have gotten bored, they showed us like multiple stories at once when like Spider-Ham and Nicolas Cage show up. Dude, Nicolas Cage. It's flawless. What you assholes mix together is dope. But what I'm terrified for, and honestly, I think there's no way to pretend that it's not going to be what's realized, is that this new Spider-Man movie is not going to really hold a candle to the fun of Into the Spider-Verse. Easily. It was like a masterpiece in ways that on its own would have been noteworthy. Visually, the movie is dope. Like, it's not so silly that like it's a kid's movie, you know, but it also brings something to the table for like your typical dweeb fan that wants to go see, you know, this adapted. It was just good shit. It was good shit. I don't think that the real movie's gonna have that. Like I said, I'm pretty much sure that most people are burned out on not just comic book movies as a whole, but the MCU. Which is why it was a perfect time for The Boys last year when it first came out, because we were ready for that kind of Watchmen bullshit again. But they literally did come out with a Watchmen and shit all over that with all their gender and race garbage. You know what I mean? I'm a black man and I don't need to see it in the comic books, especially executed in a foolish and absurd way. X-Men did it right, baby. They showed you how people can be persecuted for being fucking different, but also weaponized and abused and taken advantage of and used for gain on the behalf of people that don't even respect them, don't care about them past them being a tool. This is a mature story. You going race. Ooh, you hate me because I'm black. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. And we like to kiss because we're lesbians and we like to kiss. It's like, dude, is that a show? Is that something I'm supposed to get invested in? Are these characters? Or is it just like you going, hey, demographic, you're gay. We have gay people in our show. Would you like to see this? No, fuck you for that. The Boys is the spiritual successor to the Watchmen because they really put a real life spin on heroes, on superheroes. There would be assholes. There would be conniving sons of bitches. There would be this air of fear. And that's what the first season of fucking The Boys gets so right, is that people are low-key terrified of these niggas. Yeah, they saving us and shit, but oh my God. Thank God they're choosing to do this, because if they weren't, but then in reality, they aren't, bitch. Nah, this is like a business. It's like a business. So, you know, with people being burned out on these superhero movies, I didn't expect to care unless maybe, just maybe, they wheeled out a new incarnation of Fantastic Four or X-Men that was dope. And I don't see them doing that because they got a whole plan, and I'm sure it's going to pay off for them in a way that I don't really care about. But you know what I was interested in was seeing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because I felt that was going to be Marvel's chance to dip into what Spider-Verse was doing by going into different realities, because Doctor Strange already paved the way for that bullshit with all of the time tripping and dimensional bullshit that he should be capable of. So maybe he could dip into a reality where everybody's still alive. Maybe he could dip into a reality where everybody's fucking zombies. The possibilities are endless with a multiverse, my dude. So you want to traverse that shit with Doctor Strange? Cool. I remember they were talking about trying to make it a horror movie. I remember they were talking about throwing Scarlet Witch in there. I'm like, oh my God, so cool. Perfect. The two coolest fucking characters that you want to see, these magical, mystical assholes with their cosmic weirdo powers, dude. It doesn't get any stranger, no pun intended, than Wanda and Stephen Strange in a movie. I'd love to see it. So then I hear about WandaVision, this movie where the Scarlet Witch, not movie, the TV show where the Scarlet Witch seems to be with Vision, and Vision's alive and he's fine, Is this a dream? Is this an invention of her mind? In the comic books, there are very huge arcs where Scarlet Witch just creates this fake-ass reality. So powerful is this bitch that it's not just a projection or something exclusively for her in the way of a world to live in. She includes other people and mentally tricks them into believing this is reality. That's the power of Scarlet Witch. What I'd love is for that TV show to have Wanda get so maximum crazy that she just adopts this new reality and forces it onto people. And then she becomes effectively some sort of antagonist / villain that Doctor Strange gotta stop. Because in the comics, like when these niggas start piecing together, wait, this isn't real. Something's wrong. Something's off. We're living a life that's not real, dude. And they trace this back to this bitch. Because in the comics, Wanda lost what? Her kids or something like that? And in the movies, what? She lost her brother. She lost Vision. And you know what? The Marvel movies, they did a lot and they did it well. There was so much going on by the end, it's easy to forget, my nigga. Wanda didn't just lose Vision, she killed him. Wanda tried to kill Vision to stop the stone getting into the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. And what did Thanos do? He reversed time to bring him back after she killed him to pluck that shit out of this motherfucker's head. And I remember after the fucking obituary that were the end credits of Marvel Infinity War, I was thinking to myself, okay, so maybe we're going to get Silver Vision. He'll come back in Endgame. We didn't get Silver Vision, nigga. We got extra dead Avenger. So it's interesting. It was a great end to the most explosive and polarizing fucking piece of cinema because, these filmmakers, as I said, mad as hell. How dare you? How dare you pay so much attention to these comic book movies, you stupid moviegoers, you stupid audience members, ignoring the fact that it's a goddamn feat and miracle that it's the most ingenious thing in the world to turn movies into TV shows, where from movies to movies, they're in the same universe. Aren't you mad you didn't think of it first? In a world where every trilogy that's ever made is garbage by the third one. He reached into the comic book universe, my dude. Ooh. Yo, they mad, and that's dope. But it's over. It is very much over. Yeah, I'm interested in a multiverse movie, but outside of that, suck my balls. Trying to play a stupid ass video game and they can't even put the Marvel in the Marvel game, my dude. 2 villains. Imagine having 80 years. If you've watched my other videos, you've heard me make the points a million times ad infinitum. So I'm just gonna shut up, right? But it is shocking. It is confusing. I am impressed, and I, with a magnifying glass, want to find the clues of how something could have gone so bad. If somebody came to your house right now and told you that you could sell officially licensed Marvel shit, you would make some of the most meme-worthy Marvel crap you could fucking think of. You'd be incorporating weed into bongs with Marvel characters on it. You would be, you name it, motherfucker. You'd be doing some shit that you know would sell. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be making up new designs for the characters. You wouldn't be going, oh, I'm only going to restrict myself to using 2 villains when they've given you the entire property. It's funny. Y'all niggas must hate money. And I guess they think that, they're going to have it forever. The license, I mean. Because normally when a boss sees that something is not performing well, they come down and go, hey, can you get the fuck out of here? Employee of the month. This is exactly what I'm talking about. No, he probably is going to be employee of the month if something goes disastrously wrong and he tries to stop it. That's what this is going to be, right? Are you not watching that this car is not on the track? Okay, so it's definitely sarcastic. He should have done something, but he didn't. You know what I love about this? How much time goes by where he doesn't notice it. He's just looking everywhere but in the direction of the car, and it makes for a really comedic gif. Good job, bro. Good job. Look at him. It's like he's averting his gaze deliberately. Everywhere but the car. Oh, look at this nigga. Okay. Bruh. Jesus says, isn't Scarlet Magneto's daughter during the time that she fucks everyone's minds? Bro, why do you say it like that? Scarlet Witch is Magneto's daughter, full stop. Wanda and Pietro, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are the children of Magneto. Scarlet Witch is Wanda Maximoff, Pietro Maximoff. They are the children of Magneto. Full stop. In this reality and most, because that's just how it is. Bro, let me get to this what could go wrong and then we need to get out of here. Sorry for going on about Marvel. But you know now what could go wrong harassing a Muslim family. Man yells at Arab family. My country is the greatest country in the world. ISIS doesn't mean shit to me. Man seen harassing Muslim in viral video cries in mugshot. That's adorable. Well, what a legacy. How bored are you out in public yelling at people? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I don't understand is, like, I've said this before, guys, and I know we all get emotional at times, and, you know, sometimes shit'll bring something out of us like an animal. But what you got to recognize when you're out in public is that if somebody turns a camera on, your entire life up until that point, that's not going to be on display. Nobody cares if you were divorced or if you just lost a loved one. Nobody cares if, you know, you just lost your job or you're going through all of this bullshit. The only thing they're going to see is the version of you that is yelling right now, this snippet, and they're going to base their judgment on what they're seeing. So maybe, just maybe, you should have the self-awareness, the wherewithal to control yourself when you're out in public, because you will be judged by very small moments of your life. Keep it to fucking together. Keep it to fucking together. Because if you are being videotaped amongst a bunch of other people and you look like the most unhinged and deranged bastard of all of them, nobody's going to be, you know, sorry for you. Nobody's going to make excuses for you. You're that guy that's losing his shit. And everybody else is like, bro, why? Whoa, calm down. What's wrong with you? Dumbass. Losing control of the shopping carts. Man, these things are out of control. Nigga, are you for real? Bruh, nigga, are you for real? What you mean he don't get paid enough? His dumb ass don't need to be trying to wrangle a shitload of these motherfuckers. Do it a couple at a time. You out here, you got two different things, And you could have acted, you know what I mean? This nigga buckled under pressure. Here's what you do. When this part happened, you could have even rested those carts against the car. It wouldn't have done impact damage. You know what I mean? And then you could charge in the direction of this other one. It's so weird. People don't have like problem solving capacity, especially not quick. You go through all of that school and you can't solve issues like this, like on the fly. What could go wrong working on pipes without shutting off the water? Indoors. 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 What a great idea. And you know what? What are we watching right now, guys? We're watching a video. Somebody saw it coming. Somebody saw it coming. I've worked with other men before. You want to know when the cameras come out? When one of us expects something to go wrong. When one of us told somebody, hey man, I wouldn't do it like that. And they go, oh, you know what we're talking about. Hold on, I got you framed up. Let's see what's up. Let's see how this goes. You don't even have to tell them I told you so. All you have to do is hear them go, don't post that nowhere. And you go, oh yeah, I'm not going to post this anywhere. Because I already posted it. The kickback. That's how you fire a shotgun, bro. For real. One-handed in front of your face. I see some things that really just suck the words out of my hole. What do you say to that? Bro. Yes. It did a flippy. It did a flippy, bro. It did a flippy. He got really lucky he could maintain control with all of the like uneven ground. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. That's a lot of bouncing before he gets anywhere. Because he was bouncing right there. It's easy to lose control and there's all of these like weird cinder blocks. Imagine he went into like that pole right there. But then he comes over this and the back wheels are off the ground already. Easy to lose control. You can't course correct if you're not on the right trajectory and your back wheels are off the ground. Bitch, what you gonna do? Jerk the wheel in one direction and just flip this thing as many times as you can? Go for the high record? The high score? Boy, this went as well as it could have gone. And again, where were you supposed to go? Were you supposed to like land and come to a complete stop immediately? Oh my God. Deja vu, bro. What could go wrong? Bitch, were you putting your whole body weight on this shit? What are you, stupid? Yo. I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes it's not even like the expense. Sometimes it's not even like the difficulty or like the task of replacing certain things. It's the anxiety of how long it's going to be until it's completed. Like the dude could be coming out today. You know, I could be going to replace it with whatever I need right now. It's the fact that it's not functional. Like I just had a microwave break and the days between me getting the new, I didn't even have anything I needed to microwave. That's the crazy part, homie. I didn't have anything I needed to microwave, but the days between me having a functional microwave and getting it in the house, you know, it was killing me. It was like, it was an anxiety thing. And when I got it, I didn't even take it out of the fucking box for a day because I didn't need it. Not immediately. Oh boy. What could go wrong eating a ghost pepper? Well, there you go. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Hitching a ride on the back of a truck. What are we getting here? What are we gonna get here? We gonna get something here? Is it gonna break and then... What are we gonna get here? Oh, that's adorable. Oh my god, that was funny at the end. That one guy was really gonna hang on. You're so stupid. Oh, you dumb kids. You dumb guy. That's good stuff. That's old school. That's old school. Could cause another accident because she stole his sign. Oh boy. Like, I don't even want to get what could go wrong stealing from Forever 21.
What you gonna do, bro?
What you gonna do?
You done fucked up, bro?
Bruh, are you hanging off the roof? What are you doing, bro? Oh! Aim for the bushes.
Alright, bro. See that?
But does he grab for the things as he tries to leave? He does! He grabs for the things! All that for some clothes indeed. This dude, yeah, I just hit you with the other guy's reference. Aim for the bushes. Some Assassin's Creed shit out here. Bang, 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 bang. Altair. But does he go for the fucking clothes? That's my comedy, is that this dude was like, let me get my stuff. The whole situation ain't embarrassing enough. You know, the only if it was me dictating, I'd be like, bitch, you probably better get that shit, because unless you've never been in the legal system, they've got your prints. You know? Fuck the video, my dude. This is an open and shut case. They get that clothes. You could say that was your twin brother otherwise. Somebody yelled, fuck Kobe, and a bunch of, you know, this is that white people energy. I keep telling y'all. Some people living that life. What you doing? What you doing? Go. This is white people too, boy. You going into a Popeyes and saying, hey, hard R N-word. Hey, that's right. I did it. Why? Why are you living that life? Why are you so brave? Why? Oh my god. Is this his car? Is this his vehicle and he... No. What happened? Oh my god, it really is. This idiot got out of a truck on a hill, didn't engage the brake. Where does stupid like this exist? This old man. You know what I love about the people in this video? That they didn't try to turn this into some sort of like, I don't know, action hero, a high speed, pull up alongside it. I'm gonna try to jump on the back of the truck and then get into the, and engage the brake or something. They just respectfully kept their distance, and this is what you should do. Maybe I would have laid on the horn to make people aware of what was happening. Maybe I wouldn't have, because if we're coming off of a side ramp, my dude, and this truck is in front, there's a likelihood that they would be looking in my direction as the guy beeping the horn and not forward, and it would cause them to crash because the thing they need to be looking at is in front of them, and that's where a person who is normally driving would be looking. I would not beep my horn. No. But I just like it. These guys are just like laughing at this stupid bitch. Oh, scheisse. Oh boy. Well, at least there wasn't a giant collision. This is America, bitch. It'd be an action movie. It sound like a pod race. Yes, that's the way, Annie. Shut up. Fucking prequels, dude. Those prequels made my life. Another person jumping into fire. Yeah, she's hot. Nah, she kind of fell off the side of it. That ain't shit. Do it again, stupid. Wow. What could go wrong if I drive this car at top speed with no seatbelt? I think I remember seeing this. Yeah, he's got a need for speed. Some people just want to end their life, man. Lucky. Lucky. Even this dude knew to engage the parking brake when getting out of the car. How hard was it, old man? What could go wrong trying to grab a tree? Oh shit! Wait, that was the water he hit, right? Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Could have been worse. Be a different kind of video we watching. Not giving a damn in front of police. Are you really gonna try to merge in front of these police officers? Wait, did that guy run the red? I think even the police were like, wait a minute. That's a red light. I think even the police were like, wait a goddamn minute. Isn't this light still red? Yeah, dude, I think it is. Did that guy just... Wait a minute. I don't think there's anything more asshole tightening than the police around you while you're driving in your car. Because you don't need to do anything wrong to be like, oh fuck, what is this now? You know what I mean? If there's a moment in your life where you have felt most like a bitch, it's when you are driving down the street and a cop car, it like throws on its lights near you and you think, oh my fucking God, but it's not you. It's not you. They just drive. Yeah. If I was a cop, what a terrible phrase to start a sentence with. If I was a cop, I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty aware of how much fear I'm inciting in people's lives by just doing that. It's probably a power thing, you know? Some girls are into that too. Some like crazy bitches, trust me. If you were a cop and you want to impress a crazy bitch, put her in your car, get behind people and just throw the lights on. And then when you drive by them, like look at the driver and like see the fear in their face. Oh my God, that'll get that crazy bitch wet. She'll be like,
Oh, all that fear that you inspire. They thought they were gonna have their life fucked up. I should just whip it out. I'm gonna show you what's going on right now. But speed the entire time with your sirens on. Oh yeah, I'm crazy like that.
This girl crazy like that. She working that back, don't know how to act with the sirens on. Guys, I have wasted your time long enough this night. Guys, check it. It's the treadmill sandpaper challenge. And it doesn't count, you fucking cocksuckers. If you're gonna do a treadmill sandpaper challenge, make it so that the sandpaper doesn't move. Stupid. You have it like on glass or some kind of plastic where it just slides with you. What's the point of it? He landed on the sandpaper and then it moved. That's not fair. If you're gonna be dumb properly, please. And I'll show you real good so you guys see it. As you can see, he just shifts with the entire fucking thing. Stupid. I'd leave a comment, but you know, it's too late. You got to get these TikTok kids doing, the stupid thing properly. That's what you want to do. You want to make a viral thing, something that just really makes them look like a fool. Like if I could make a video that's just me going, this won't matter in a few years. The attention that I'm seeking right now is a true testimony to the type of person that I am right now, because there's having fun and doing things just to be you on the internet. And then there's, I'm going to do this thing because other people are doing this thing, and hopefully people will look at me doing this thing if I do it as well. And just reading that script as a challenge. Yeah, that'd be cool. Watching a bunch of kids read that shit. Stupid ass bastards. Grab an alligator. Guy's nose shredded by baby alligator. Oh my god. Oh my god. It got a little bit of his eye too. Nobody's gonna learn from this, and that's what really matters.
There's got to be a game where everyone slowly loosens the cap, the little cork here, and then puts it right up to their eye. It's like Russian roulette, but with bottles. There's got to be a game where
Wait, bro. Wait, bro. Let me read this right. Apparently trying to steal electricity? Bro. What? What? Are there places where people are stealing electricity? I just don't know where the combination of confidence, stupid juice, what do you do? Let's be real. Was this dude throwing up a line to go over the cord? Did this man want to kill the other man? What's not to understand about electricity and power lines is if they touch the ground, that's it. What? What's not to understand? What was he thinking? You threw a cord up there? What? I'm not sure I've seen something this stupid in a long time. Yo, that sucked the blood right out of my face. I'm not sure what the... Look at this now. Well, at least it's shallow water. And we've seen this. I love this. This bitch crazy. Ooh. Well, time to go. Oh my gosh. Am I not on top of this? Am I not the king? Oh. They'll find their corpses later. How could this have happened? They were so young and so free. So dumb. So dead. You know what we need? Give me a second. I'm gonna end it with this because I'm stupid. Alright, I got it. Watch this. I'm gonna end it with this noise. Alright, sorry. Alright, if one of you knew that I was gonna use that, we're kindred spirits. Your titties and I are one. I love you. Everybody have a wonderful night. Take it easy. Stay out of trouble. You know, I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye. I can't believe I was looking at GIFs for this long. What is wrong with me? Oh God, stop. Get the hell off the internet. Bye. Bye. Man, this was the list. Feels like forever since I was reading that.